Alright, Sistas fans, in a recent video about Joey's Bar being the new hangout spot for the girls next season, it literally did not make sense to me until I read the comments on the video, but somebody said, Jeremy, Mindy is probably, the girl that Preston keeps talking about. Holy crap. So in episode 1, Straight No Chaser of season 6, we're going to be introduced to, I believe, 2 new characters, Bartender Tina and Mindy. I've already talked about Bartender Tina. Well, I talked about both of these women in the other video. I just didn't know who they were. But Bartender Tina, the stern and playing it safe bartender at the bar, looks out for a patron, possibly Mindy, cutting her off after she's had too much to drink, taking away her keys so she doesn't drive, and calling for backup from her support system. So, I guess... and calling for backup from her support system. So I guess maybe calling people that this drunk patron knows so she can make it home, okay? Or possibly if this person is so rowdy, maybe Bartender Tina has some people to call, to back her up. Who knows? But let's focus on Mindy, 21 and over, white female. The newly engaged patron of Joey's Bar is not afraid of confrontation with her fiance or his ex. So, newly engaged implies that maybe at the end of season 5, going back to what DeVal said, by the end of the season, everyone's relationships will have changed. AKA, Preston's had enough, so he goes and gets engaged to Mindy, which is a reference to her fiance. And then in regards to his ex, we're talking Danny. But her patient demeanor and decisions can be perceived by others as willful manipulation and submissiveness, meaning that she could just be playing a game to kind of, maybe get inside of Preston and Danny's head. And then the submissiveness thing is to show that, unlike Danny, she's not afraid of letting a man lead, that kind of thing. So, yeah, it looks like Mindy and Preston will get engaged, but that kind of goes against what we learn about that other character named Tony. I did a video on him, the one that seems to be stalking Danny. He was the guy that has been parking next to her and listening in on her phone conversations. And he's been learning a lot about her in an attempt to, ask her out because he's smitten with her. But it also says she's trying to patch it up with Preston, at least for now. That's in season 6, episode 12, Daydream. So despite it looking like Preston will go ahead and get engaged to Mindy, it won't last long. So by the time we get to season 6B, here we are with Preston and Danny trying to work things out. I'm guessing by the mid-season finale, he will have broken the engagement off. And then by the time we get to the back half of the season, it's going to be Danny with a potential new love interest, even though she's trying to still work things out with Preston. And what I would really hate if Preston decides, you know what, Danny, let me go ahead and propose to show you I ain't playing. So he goes to propose to Mindy, and Mindy is brought to Atlanta, despite being in Texas, for the sake of, rubbing it in Danny's face as opposed to Preston just leaving. So yeah, that seems to be the story beats for next season. The first half of the season is probably going to be Preston's fiance Mindy. The back half of the season is going to be this guy Tony trying to get with Danny. And it's the same thing over and over again. Now I'm less excited about it because thanks to you all helping me put the Mindy clues together, it's more of the same. Didn't we go through this, what was it, last season when we had Preston dating different women and then Danny just started bed hopping? We're getting the same thing again. The only good part is Mindy's a real person because I didn't think she was real, but she is real. Yeah, season 6. Oh well, folks. All right, like and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and I'll catch you in the next one.